Hi, today's date is August 20th, 2021. I'm Matt Gifford, and for today's video source inspection, we're filming a fully refurbished 280 S model SRD. Due to confidentiality reasons, I will not share my customer's identity with you, but so they can identify this tool on our YouTube channel. Their PO number is 0559, and the customer is located in California. So the purpose of this video is to show the functionality of this SRD and that it's ready for plug-and-play installation into our customer's fab. The recipe we'll be running today is a 30-second rinse at 600 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge while we speed up to 1800 RPMs, staying at that high speed for an additional 90 seconds in our dry 1 before we slow it down for 230 seconds for our dry 2 at 600 RPMs. So let's get started. We're going to open the door. Make sure that we have the end tube blowing, and we do. We're working with a full cassette of wafers today. We have a low profile 8-inch cassette. So I'm going to discuss our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support, as well as name some other equipment we provide at Sitek you might have not known about. So let's begin. Every single SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. That means we remove all poly, pull the head, and completely break it down. Once broken down, we chemically clean and electro-polish all metal parts, as well as individually inspect and test each part for function. All right, we're about to speed up. The water's falling down, but it's going to be swirling the rest of the recipe until there's less and less droplets of water on the window as we go. And we're almost up to speed. Tool's running smooth. So far, so good. Once all parts are prepped, that's when we begin building SRD head assemblies from the ground floor up. So, once we rebuild a bare head assembly, which means no poly yet, that's when we place the tool into our first QC checkpoint, which we call dry test. In dry test, we fully test and inspect the SRD for full function without facilities installed. Once adjustments are made and the tool passes our dry test checkpoint, we move into wet test. That's step 2. In wet test, we do all of our testing with facilities installed. All right, we're running nice and smooth. We're holding steady at 1800 RPMs. We have about 45 seconds left before we slow it down. So we are at a higher RPM speed right now in dry 1 in our purge to sling as much excess water off of the wafer, cassette, and rotors as possible. In dry 2, that's when we really let our heating elements take care of the drying. Okay, lastly, once the tool passes wet test, we move to final test, which is the configuration you see before you today. That means if the tool has poly, like this customer's does, you have poly. This is exactly how the tool is going to look in our customer's fab. Some customers opt to just pull the head and send them to us, so you'll see a variety of different configurations on our YouTube channel. Whether it's bare head assemblies, tools with poly like this, double stacks, you name it, browse around. Okay, we're slowing down. We're in dry 2. Lastly, in addition to filming a video source inspection, we like to do what we call burn-in testing. This is when we use 50 various process recipes with different times and RPMs to ensure that the SRD is ready for plug-and-play installation in our customer's fab. Let's talk spare parts and service. Sitek is the worldwide leader in semi-tool SRD spare parts and service support. Let's start with the larger components we repair. Components we repair include rotor rebalances, motor repairs, including the brush and brushless types, servo amps, including LC4s and the LC5s, as well as controller repairs. We repair PSC 101s, 102s, 228s, 328s as well. So we do have a direct replacement available for PSC 101s and 102s. It's the Slick Device Controller. Our company president, Jim Mulaney, has a very thorough training video on our YouTube channel that you can find. So all the parts that I just listed off, we can provide in new or refurbished condition. If you have any questions, give us a phone call at 916-797-9000, where we'll connect you with the correct sales rep who will help you with anything you need to know. You can submit a formal RFQ through our website, www.sitekprocess.com, or send us an email directly at sales@sitekprocess.com. All right, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Other parts that we can provide outside of the larger components I just mentioned: start switches, stop switches, door seals, windows, heater cartridges, heater blankets, N2 filters, solenoid valves, ACR valves, pressure switches including the 20 psi as well as the 8 psi, anti-static modules, tach sensors, the rotor stop positioner, which is RSP for short. I'll come back to that at the very end of our recipe, as that is a key component to finishing our cycle. 100% spare parts and service means we can provide any part you need to upkeep your SRD. So we have a minute and a half to go. I've discussed our refurbishment process, kind of walked you through it. I've shared some information about our spare parts and service support. But we're not just limited to the semi-tool SRD, we're also the owner of Vertec SRDs now. We purchased that SRD product line from Martech a few years back. So we are the OEM for Vertec SRDs. So you need Vertec parts, give us a call. All right, we're nice and smooth. We're within 4 RPMs. The controller is well calibrated, and we're running smooth. There's only a handful of water droplets on the window, so SRD is running great. Let's talk about equipment. So obviously we can provide semi-tool and even Vertec SRDs. There's other equipment at Sitek we can provide too. This includes box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030. Mask cleaners including K&S and Ultra T models. Metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We provide barrel ashers and etchers, a variety of microscopes, YES ovens, and at the moment we also have a handful of spray solvent tools available too. So if you have any questions, reach out to us and we will let you know what we can offer and how we can help. 10 seconds to go. When the clock strikes 0, it's not safe to open the door. The RSP I mentioned earlier needs to fire the rotor into the 12 o'clock position, and the door seal needs to release all air. So we're at 0. When we hit 75 RPMs, the RSP will fire. There it is. Still not safe. Need the door seal to release the air. There it is. So now it's safe. If you open the door too early, you can cause damage to your SRD, and nobody wants that. So let's open up. We have warm N2 purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is a good thing. You don't want your bowl to be bone dry at the end of your recipe. Cassette's warm to the touch. Wafers are completely dry. This was a successful process run of our customers' 280 S model SRD. They're going to be very happy to get this back and installed in the fab. We'll see you next time.